burst. So perhaps Blue Jays are able to impress, maybe catch them off guard, right? We've just kind of seen that, I think, in the previous, where they're definitely a team that, you know, you can't underestimate, basically, because they can get the better of you if you're not careful.
But look at this. Only 2 CTs on the B bomb site. They do have them on B short as well. And since they seem to be playing very far back angles, they will be going for the retake, having the close-up players just sort of waste their time, try and get some pot shots through smokes if they could. Well, the smoke, I suppose I should say, as Rocking has the only smoke in play here. But Mirbit finds an early pick as Dreamer is dreaming a little bit on long, making noise. And he will have info now that it's going to be a B hit, and he knows it's a good idea to rotate into underground as well. Stefan up close. Can he get the first? He does. Doesn't see anyone planting the bomb just yet, so he tries to find someone else to kill, and well, Stefan has Red Star there in water, just completely surrounded, completely cornered, and Rocking last alive with the bomb, albeit, but he knows the CTs have way too much time to just rotate up there. Deny him the bomb plant if he sprints for it. So instead of sprinting, he opts for just trying to buff his stats a little bit, maybe get a USP. But he does get killed by Cressy from behind eventually, and it will be a good start for alternate attacks. Blue Jays really needed that round.
Yeah, it would have been really good for them, right? Getting that early foot in the door and off to a strong start on their T side. Which is more the side that can be hard to keep up with, I suppose, right? If you are Blue Jays, it can be very, very hard to get the return round. But alternate attacks, as it is, almost the teammates coming in, but pretty much summing up how we feel about this one across the board. Looking very good, looking a lot stronger, a lot of individual prowess showing itself early on. Nice bit of aggression here. And in the middle, we are seeing some trades come back in. Double spray down for Cressy, though. Surely seals the deal. He's able to get away as well. And just Rocking remain.
Just cuts through him like a knife through butter. That push was shut down before he could even begin alternate attacks with a great start. Anticipating that play somewhat as they dedicate quite a lot of players toward A short with a grenade as well into the smoke. Yeah, Blue Jays getting caught off guard over there. Some players still playing anti-flash while their teammates were already getting shot. So the timing may be unfortunate, maybe not on their side. They are known, however, for scrappy wins in scrappy rounds. But maybe armorless Deagle buy on this round is a bit of a tall ask. We'll see if they can do it, though. Slack's pretty far forward here.
Confident. And, well, his confidence is going to be checked. A bullet in the face is certainly a way to bring you down a peg. Rocking as well, going to catch Shrink off guard.
So yeah,
so the aggression's somewhat ill-advised here, I think, Sermon. This has really cost them in a big way.
You're absolutely right. Blue Jays, as I said, they need to get something done and early on, and they do seem to be doing that. As they all congregate toward the B-bomb site eventually. The CT's not really knowing where to go, how to split up. With one watching A long, one watching A site, and the lone Mirbit over here. At the jail position, just waiting to hear some footsteps. As the enemies do not have armor, spraying into the body of a crowd gonna be pretty advantageous, and that's what he's going to be doing here. Gets 4 kills in very quick succession. Mirbit simply astonishing how he manages to do that. It is harder than it looks. Rocking here, obviously the last one alive. Holy, that grenade at the end was ill-advised, though, as Stefan was able to catch him in transition there at the end. But yeah, you always love to see these spray downs go to plan.
If only they'd have traded him, eh?
Hard to do that with aim punch.
Very true. Very true indeed. But incredibly costly. They are able to buy back here alternate attacks with their 3 in a row. But you can already kind of see, right? Opting not to go kits everywhere just to save some of the cash. So if Blue Jays can get this one on the board, it'd be a very quick half-buy kind of situation. Does depend, of course. Alternate attacks might save, but they need to be careful. And they also, as in their minds, they will, if they win this, or when they win this, they'll have to do so cleanly. Can't be surviving with one player, two players. And as their loss bonus starting to stack up, and you get the bomb planted, right? You could arguably be pulling out better buys than the CT side. So really costly in the long term in that previous round.
And as we've seen before, when Blue Jays are losing, they tend not to even get the bomb down, so maybe skimping out on those kits. Not the worst idea, as they seem to have taken control of long, and Toilets, though, still in control of alternate attacks. Cressy, a little bit of a variation on the standard setup, where one player is inside Toilets and the M4 player is in the little corner next to the ashtray. Grenade doing some damage to Numb and Red Star? I think it did. As they know that's sort of a position to be looking out for. And footsteps coming in as well. Amali? No kill for Slack so far, but Skrunk on a surprise angle gets one, gets two, and he just has to fall back a little bit. Buy time for his team. Doesn't need the time, just gets the kill instead. Alternate attacks, just flexing on him. 4-0.
Yeah, just ultimately like the setups and everything here looking a lot cleaner from alternate attacks. And I think Blue Jays not ready for these ultimately. But we'll see coming into this round.
Red Star has a scout.
Yeah, there's definitely potential, right? I think it's paired with a lot of deagles, so yeah. These are generally the rounds that Blue Jays sneak through.
Mm-hmm. And Red Star, we've seen him on the AWP. The scout, probably as good as. And since it didn't really cost him any money to get there, he's still on the same money as the rest of his team. It was probably a wise purchase. Better that than some utility, which, you know, they're going for kills here. They're not going for straight up executes, as Stefan on the other side of the map picks up rocking. And long and short controls seem to be going to Blue Jays early on. With a smoke grenade and a Molotov on the exact same spot at the exact same time. Probably not coordinated that well. Dreamer gets killed. Numb goes down though. And Zix knows there's one. Optimus tries to spray through and does in the end. This bomb site is in their control. 3-3 with the CTs being pretty far away for this retake, especially since the bomb isn't going to be planted for the standard position. But Mirbit does hear the footsteps inside Toilets, and against the Deagle, the kill is surely his, where Zix gets one, Red Star picks up the other, and Mirbit 8 HP, AWP, probably gonna save this one, Chief.
Bro, the bomb. The whole time.
Oh, I didn't even notice. It's all the way back in T-spot.
I thought they were like playing for time, you know, waiting for someone to come in. Let's get into an aggressive position while we have the time, the advantage. That's the round. He can't win.
No, obviously not.
That's crazy.
No, I did not spot that. Usually one of the players should be red on that side, but man, Blue Jays just throwing that one literally on the ground as they did the bomb. In that T-spawn position above the ladder. Holy. Well, alternate attacks is probably feeling pretty confident right now.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't even have to kill him to win.
Right, counting their lucky stars for sure. The gods of Counter-Strike definitely looking down on them at the moment. Awkward.
I chalk some of that up to individual skill as well, obviously, being the heavy favorite in this matchup.
Yeah, indeed, but that's certainly a round I feel like they would have ended up losing. Unless, I mean, we never really know now. Mirbit could have clutched it out insanely, but on 8 HP, didn't really look too likely, to be honest.
He was going for the straight-up save.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, it shouldn't come that close anyway, right? They win the round, cool, but we've had some very, very close anti-force buy situations from alternate attacks, and they definitely need to get that under wraps, because eventually they are going to be punished for it.
Well, the utility exchange was on its way there toward A. Seems to be continuing a little bit as smoke lands on long to deny information to the CTs. And inside Toilets here, Cressy gets flashed out, gets one, gets two. This man. gets picked off in the end, but he has done quite a lot for his team already. Only Numb left standing as Skrunk picks up Rocking. And Numb, living up to his name, can't seem to be able to move and goes down in the end. Alternate attack 6-0.
Incredibly explosive start. This is kind of what we were expecting. Again, they are knocking on this door. It has come close in some of these situations, but not quite close enough. And alternate attacks looking solid. The rifle rounds particularly pretty dominant, you have to admit. And they just seem to have some slightly better setup, slightly more comfortable and whatnot on overpass, which, again, is a bit strange. I mean, well, not necessarily strange, but the fact that Blue Jays are getting caught off guard by it when it's Blue Jays' pick.
Yeah.
Is never really a good sign.
They were picking, I suppose, for like a statistically worse map. I have to check again.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell. I think it's like
overpass.
win rate.
Yeah, overpass is the lowest one at 45%. But these guys, they know how to play overpass. I've seen them do it. It was a meat grinder last time, and it's looking like a blender. This Blue Jays just standing no chance so far. I mean, they're not out of the game yet. They are actually taking a timeout and discussing things, which is very nice to see. Certainly, some teams would just write this map off and see what they can do on the other two. But on this one, they are going to be actually trying here. With 4.6k in the bank on average, they are going to be full buying and probably a more organized execute in the cards. The scrappy style really not working out for them so far.
Something along those lines, yeah. I feel like the individual firepower that is available to alternate attacks is able to stand strong enough. So if you go for these speedy rounds and you don't check an angle or you don't molly an angle, don't flash it, this guy's going to get 2 or 3 kills. You know, you leave him open and he will capitalize. That's just the way that alternate attacks approach things. It's been going pretty damn well so far. We'll see what the timeout brings.
Well,
it
just
will indeed go towards B. It's looking a little messy here. Yeah, a lot of Molotovs coming back in, and they're just trying to rush in, split up. Not looking too good at all. Stefan going to fall, but Merbit in towards short, and Skrunk still alive at mini pit. This is going to be a problem.
They had to run through a smoke and around a Molotov to get to this position, and look at what they have for their trouble. It's just 3 players standing around Pillar and Jail, going down one by one. They have completely just not calculated this map, this round accurately, in my opinion. They went for a bit of a gambit where they shouldn't have, and just a strange round overall.
Yeah. And that comes after a timeout. It definitely does seem desperate. The thing is as well, you look at the clock here in this replay, there's 1 minute and 5 seconds left. You don't need to go in then, right? Maybe do a bit of a default, send some attention towards A to at the very least. Get them to expend some utility. Maybe like a flash or a smoke over initially to get rid of some of those mollies. And then you go for the double pump. You know, you go for that second time around. But very transparent from Blue Jays. It's punished massively. And it does seem alternate attacks have found their confidence here soon, right? We're seeing some very, very clear-cut kind of rounds coming in. Dominant with the rifles in the previous. Looking good against the Deagles, he says. Although the second shot comes in, Dick's able to make things very, very costly here.
Pretty far back as well, like the bomb is on short right now. Only now can the take really start, and a lot of CT players who already rotated here, Mirbit. You can't stop this man. He got so many kills there in quick succession, doesn't get shot even though he's in an exposed position. This is a slaughter, Scrib.
Absolute bloodbath. And I fear it may continue for Blue Jays.
Let's see if Num can do something with that AWP, though.
This could be the difference, yeah, for sure. I feel like something new, something fresh, but well, Slack's too fast, and yeah, knows his angles, and he gets there a little speedy, a little too speedy, I should say, for Numb. And we talked about him, so obviously he has to die first.
And underground being contested as well. Cressy, ooh, gets found out. So the T's seem to have equalized this, but as I say that, Red Star gets the flashed kill onto A, but Skrunk does re-aggress onto B short and does get a kill. Dreamer, aware of his position, is caught in transition and doesn't seem to get the kill there. As the bomb is picked up in T-spawn once more, it was left very far behind. Red Star opens up the A bomb site, but with backup incoming for Skrunk or Stefan, they are just both around that stairs position. They know he can be down bank by now. They've seen him aggress that far. And Zix picking up Heaven, and now the bomb is going to be going down on the B bomb site with Red Star in, well, I was going to say quick pursuit, but scoped in sneaking doesn't really spell out quick.
Timing going to be everything here, right? You can just see he's just...
Oh yeah, and he's going to have to no-scope. He's going to have to no-scope.
Oh,
or get close enough.
Can we just kill him? Let's not try and knife him, sir.
No, because scoping in makes noise, so you have to be pretty confident in your like steady aim to quick scope like that with no crosshair indicator when you're not scoped in. Obviously, he can have a monitor that enables that, but most pros don't do that as it messes with the regular crosshair, I guess. Blue Jays with a round. A very scrappy one, and alternate text was in this the entire time. Numb re-receiving his AWP. Let's see if he can do more with it this time, but Slacks with an AWP of his own in underground doesn't get the flick. This seems to be going well for Blue Jays so far, but it's never the early rounds that they've been completely destroyed in. It's the late game they have to worry about still, as they all aggress toward long. Will they be heard on short? Probably, since they are hugging the right wall. Which does give out your position to anyone playing short, which someone is. Cressy here. Going to be in a great flanking position once this take comes in. Mirbit trying his luck. Gets gets quite a few points of damage, and even gets Red Star down to 0. With Rocking as well, who goes through the smoke, and this is falling apart for the Blue Jays side. The bomb still not having gone down, although they will spot the feet of Mirbit through the smoke, but Stefan quickly refrags that. And now we can only wait for Numb to cool off a little bit, wait for the CTs to assume it could be B by now. There is already a player rotated there, so not much more that's going to happen in that direction. As Numb re-aggresses and has help in Dreamer inside toilets. Maybe he will find Cressy off guard, who knows.
Oh,
does not.
Timing perfect for Cressy there. That's massive. Numb will get the trade back in, able to get the bomb down because of that. The 2v1 and the encroachment coming in, caught off guard. They both are left pretty damn low, which Numb's come out on top. I don't know whether Stefan should have chilled for a second there.
Low HP though. So that nade would have killed him if he had gone in that direction, but he does go way deeper. And I think one fake defuse may be enough if he just shoots. Numb does a very quick peek though. He knows what he's doing. Ooh. Not sure why he re-aggressed so much. Players usually don't keep holding the defuse once you have that kind of, like, you know, confidence that he won't be doing that. But it is mind games after all. No telling who wins in mind games, and alternate attacks do seem to be winning that though. Not just the mind games, the game games, the CSGO that we're playing right now. They're playing it better than Blue Jays. Scriv, what do you make of that?
Yeah, mechanically, certainly, right? They do seem to be a level above. We've seen that previous round, the likes of Mirbit, who for me at this kind of level has to be one of the better anchors, better sight anchors. Really holding things down brilliantly. Nice shot from Slacks this time around. Not going to miss. We'll take the easy one onto Zix. An off angle from him. It doesn't pay off this time. Over on the B-bomb site, not good for him, but Slacks at long. The brick wall. He's also, unbeknownst to him, I think, dropped the bomb down there.
Yeah, probably would be reaggressing or at least calling for backup if he knew the bomb was there.
Yeah.
That should have shown that on radar. I'm not sure, but either way, they know Long has been shut down, and these flashes will give him an idea that it has been reaggressed later on. So now the bomb, with a minute remaining, can go toward B, and it looks like that's where he'll be falling back unless he decides to go for a short push. But with a player on, what is it, that B short, they should have quite an advantage going in to B rather than A. And we'll be seeing if Stefan and Skrunk, I believe, can hold this off.
Looking likely as the utility comes in. A very fast rotation as well from Slack. So a small window of opportunity here for the Blue Jays to move in. Stefan gets a flash of his own. Doesn't see anything just yet. Smoke coming down to try and allow for this bomb plant, but still not going for it and buying so much time for the CTs to come and encroach and find the frags. Ultimately, all going to be on to Num. He did find one, but not able to find the next three. It will be double digits for alternate attacks hit pretty damn quickly here on Overpass. And the money here on this T side, not quite strong enough without that bomb plant to facilitate a buy into round number 12. So looking really good for alternate attacks.
Yeah, again, not that many bomb plants, and the loss bonus not helping much when, you know, the loss bonus is all you have to work with. So pretty poor buy here from Blue Jays. We'll be aggressing through the Molotov there just to see if he can get something early on. Not sure if you'll find it though, unless Cressy gets restless. But Skrunk just finds one underground anyway, and this must be shaking Blue Jays to the core, as picking up anything in this kind of round. Ooh, nice flick from Cressy, a little bit late, but gets the kill anyway. Rocking though picks up one at the underground position. And now with 3 terrorists left, no utility to speak of. Executing on a bomb site against alternate attacks, a pretty tall order, if I do say so.
Certainly is, for any caliber of team. Flax does not miss. Aim is true. Rocking and Zix now left without their comrades, so looking to find any kind of damage here would be nice. Maybe if they can get the bomb plant as well, a bit of a return on the investment.
Yeah, I mean, look at the economy on the Tax's side. They're all pretty low. Every kill counts at this point.
Oh. Creeping in, but as soon as they go for this bomb plant, right, the wide swing comes in from Cressy, and surely he just denies it. Finds the first, no, actually managed to get the bomb plant, so that's decent, but a double spray down in. The 11th, of course, secured nice and easy, no skin off their back. We did see some of the earlier rounds actually coming kind of close against the pistols and whatnot, so alternate attacks seem to have weathered that storm. And Blue Jays, the only silver lining being the bomb plant, but it's like you need more than that at this point. The best they can hope for, and it has to start here.
I would almost take more kills rather than a bomb plant there, because the CTs had 4 surviving this one, and their economy just keeps, you know, rising, whereas the extra money that they get from the bomb plant not really helping them out in this round. They could have just shuffled some guns around, I'm sure. As a triple stack, you always love to see it, and you always love to see it when they actually spot someone, but Num just way too fast there. Those flicks are hard. And Slack's almost with a double there, but no cigar, as Rocking enters into the B-bomb site, gets a headshot onto Heaven where Cressy was, and now Skrunk makes noise, making his presence known in the water, where he goes down to a spray down, and this round was fast. Script, what do you make of that?
Yeah, going back to their tried and true methodology, I suppose. They were doing it very, very often on Inferno, right? And it worked, well, a great deal of success. That's why they end up here in the winner's best of 3. But
a little too late, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. Hate to be negative about it, right? And you have to take everything as it comes if you're Blue Jays at this point. And you never know. 4 rounds certainly looks better than the two they currently have, right? It is certainly possible, and you have to keep your chin up, I suppose, and just hope that your CT side is as good as, if not better than, alternate ATTAX's. But all the same, nice bit of a speedy round. The one thing that I always find with those fast rounds, they're very hard to replicate, because you can kind of, okay, we caught you off guard, but then it's on alternate ATTAX to respond, and that's what they're doing here. A slightly better setup, right, that they can work, dip in and out. Great flash coming in. That's actually a team flash onto Rocking. Meanwhile, Stefan from behind, Skrunkin from behind, sorry, was sealing the deal. And yeah, that's a complete juxtaposition from the previous round. The speed really working for Blue Jays to get their second, but then they tried again, and they don't get a single kill.
Yeah. I very much doubt they will even get the third round here, but if you're a viewer right now, don't be too discouraged, as I think Blue Jays just picked into the worst map possible, as Overpass is statistically very low for alternate attacks, but it is very deceiving. They are good on this map, as you can see, and I'm sure Blue Jays will be able to put up way more of a fight on the coming maps, but on this one, there's just nothing they can do. Just nothing works. The odd cheese strat, you know, go fast, kill them fast, and maybe it works out. That's sort of a back pocket thing to have all the time. But, you know, when it comes to the slower rounds here, Stefan gets a pick. And now the T's just left completely discombobulated, as they have to find something on the A-bomb side. And these boosts may just be the thing that gets them something in their minds. They obviously will not, as no one is there.
Yeah, more long pressure here from alternate ATTAX.
Yeah, two. I think they're just going for the A retake, as having two on the fast flank here may be good, especially since Strunk can keep them back with the flash and the smoke, but they are aggressing onto the A-bomb site. Strunk, great position, gets one, not the second, but the cavalry has arrived, or always was there, I suppose, on long with the AWP. Slacks goes down eventually, and now the bomb is going down. Cressy gets the confirmed kill rather than spraying down for the bomb planter. And Dreamer, his legs, they don't function anymore. There was a HE grenade exploding there just a second ago, and his health is so low, and his scope is giving away his position. I think this is a done round in many ways. A done half. As alternate ATTAX brings us to a 13-2 scoreline on this half.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. For sure. Blue Jays goes without saying, going to need an immaculate CT half. No real room for mistakes for the first kind of 7 or 8 rounds at least. Yeah, I think they need the pistol, the conversions, and a couple rifle rounds and everything that comes along with that.
That's a tall order.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed, it is going to be difficult. To be sure, by the way, down below we've got the banner going on. If you want to take a chance on Blue Jays, 10 free spins and 100 bonus euros on your first deposit, thanks to our betting partners, LootBet. But yeah, maybe hedge your bets on this one. In all honesty, it's not looking too good for Blue Jays.
But
I'd
hey,
like to see them pick up the pistol and get a bit of energy going into Dust 2, but even that I think is going to be hard.
they got some good aim, though. What if they can show us that on Dust 2? Like, I know alternate ATTAX is technically better, but it is possible. Like, especially with online CS, I would take the underdog every day of the week, as just, you know, a map like Dust 2 comes all down to aim. Then we go on to Inferno, if I remember correctly. And we've just seen the Blue Jays, you know, get it done on Inferno in the previous best of 1. Hopefully they won't be too fatigued by that point if it comes to it. But in any case, the A-bomb site is being aggressed out of toilets after the flash. Slacks gets the opening kill, and Mirbit does as well. A-bomb site completely in control of the terrorists. So as I say that, Rocking goes through the smoke, and Zix, well, he can repeat what Rocking was doing there before, but I think he's going to go for a bit of a slower approach here. Trying to find some heads, anything around Optimus gets one, and now they know his location, so to show themselves would be foolish. Simply waiting for that bomb to tick down is a bit more effective. And we'll be seeing alternate ATTAX get 14 rounds to Blue Jays 2. A must-win pistol round if ever I saw one.
Yeah, it kind of goes from bad to worse as we move into the second half for Blue Jays. The speedy finish, the quick kill on their own map pick seems to be coming in here.
And like from worse to hopeless if they don't win this one, because they just spent all their money. They're going all in. They're trying to get this either done as soon as possible or, you know, go down fighting. They don't want to hear that match point time at the beginning of every single round.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a situation I like to call this damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, because I mean 13 in a row is pretty solid, but then also you're in with a force buy. So what can you do really? It is a hopeless, like you say, situation. They lose the first man as well. And now the 4v5 coming in. A hero needs to step up. Num looks like he's in a pretty decent position. Bit of an off angle, as it were, hidden away in the cubby. Spots one out, takes him down, knows there's more around towards short, but he's able to get away. I would say that's a nice exchange. Evening the man advantage scoreline up as well is pretty damn solid.
And with this lurk, well, not lurk, but just the bomb position toward B as well, Blue Jays have 3 players stacked onto A. They won't be rotating down fast enough. I mean, the jig's kind of up, but Zix here in the smoke gonna get found out pretty soon. As Rocking tries to get something done, Zix found out, but gets 1 kill for his trouble, gets 2, and then goes down. Mirbit doing ring around the rosy, but low HP. This is an unexpectedly hopeful position for the Blue Jays to find themselves, and they do win it. 14-3. Very exciting stuff. I'm sure they're going to get a few more rounds off of this momentum shift, but ultimately, in the end, surely Alternate Attacks wins out.
Interesting Molotov, actually. I'm not sure if that's kind of intended, but goes to the entrance of Playground, which is maybe a bit harder to get through.
Yeah, it is like the meta, right, is always to molly the stairs. So if they start expecting the stair smoke, maybe having like a dedicated player come behind you to smoke that off, that doesn't happen. And then when you get to Playground, which is where you want it to go anyway, you find a molly there, it does catch you off guard. So having variations, like slight variations like that on standard plays really goes a long way.
Looking good here. Looking good in their own anti-force buy situation. That's a quick flick across. Shame for Cressy that he doesn't find the kill. Softening Zix up ever so slightly, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to get near him. Slaps.
All right then.
Fade away 1D. That's insane. Got to find 4 more though, and a couple of them might have to be in a similar vein to that one, which I think is certainly easier said than done at this point.
Yeah, and Blue Jays crucially building up that economy by not losing anyone here. With, you know, it's not like they're saving 3 SMGs. They are saving proper guns with a FAMAS on Zix, obviously. And Slack's opting for the Eagle instead of the FAMAS. Strangely enough, I guess it gets the job done faster if you can just click the head. I think he hurt him, but, you know, doesn't win out in that exchange. And 3 surviving players for Blue Jays, still pretty good. It's the number you're trying to get, right? It's if you get 2 surviving, you're losing money, and if you get 3 surviving, you're gaining money, loosely speaking. And alternate attacks on this round. 2k remaining, so another save. They got all the rounds in the world to play with, though. Oof, a double molly. There you go.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, takes Mirbit down to 16 HP.
Yeah, I mean, even with like armor, he's on like half HP from that, I would feel. So Kind of cool. They were gonna just charge forward.
Didn't need that.
Yeah, hoping no one was gonna be there, right? And they'd be like, we've thrown those 2 Molotovs, so surely no one's come through or whatever. But he went for the Hail Mary play. It doesn't work. It's actually hilarious in the end. But a throwaway round ultimately here from Alternate Attacks. We're not expecting too much, if anything, from them with nothing but the Glocks. From Skrunk's body language, may well have had a P250 actually. He seems to be searching for one, but
yeah, who knows what that is.
I guess he did, but all the same, that's all they've spent. $300 the investment here, so you really do not expect Alternate Attacks to be able to find anything beyond maybe 1 frag overwhelming somebody, and his name might be Red Star if he's not careful.
Nope, they just went straight down connector, going toward that B bomb site, and well, this is very well telegraphed as Zix getting ready for a short push. Dreamer ready to be helping out. They turn away from another smoke. Red Star getting those kills in as you want. And yeah, their strategy this game, just run toward a bomb site. If you see a smoke, go back. And that's what they did twice. Maybe a little bit of an info play. Like if it's a throwaway round, you may as well commit 1 player to be pushing long in that sense, because you know there's 2 players in the beginning throwing those 2 Molotovs. And then if he rushes long, just see how many players you see there. He saw 2. So now he knows they're playing 4 on the A bomb site with only 1 on B. And at that point, I think you go for a B rush, but obviously it's not what they go for right here. They're going for a little bit of a slower play. The standard split up, and Alternate Attacks, I mean, Blue Jays, they haven't stopped putting 2 players on long here. They are fairly close, so maybe going to get flashed out or something. Numb just knows, gets the kill, and Red Star unexpectedly peeks out but dies as well, so a net negative for him this one. Stefan thinks about it, doesn't go for it though. And Blue Jays seem to be falling back. Alternate Attacks, pretty simple strats on their T side so far. See if what else they have in the bag.
Yeah, I think maybe going simply because they have so many rounds to work with, so they don't need to go deep into strat book, as it were.
Yeah, it's not like they're hiding things. I mean, they play so many maps. I'm sure all their current strats are for everyone to see.
Great flash. Yeah, that is absolutely brilliant stuff. Dreamer stands strong for 1. That's all he's going to get. Rocking from short here is going to have to catch a couple players off guard, and well, the jig is up, his position given away. Smoke coming in, going to try and get out, try and do some damage through the smoke. It's so very close, but the bomb does go down. And honestly, the 3v2 to essentially save the game. I feel if they hit 15 here, they're going to break the bank, and Blue Jays will be in with another tough uphill battle, but it looks like the remaining 2 players are actually going to look to save so that they can put together a better buy into that next round. 10 in a row going to be required, though. Are they going for it? Maybe they are going for it. Nom hits the shot through the metal. That's unfortunate on scopes at the wrong time as well. Yeah. He'll be kicking himself. And that's an AWP dropped. I feel like go for the save or go for the retake. Don't really
see the point
down the middle.
Although Alternate Attacks might die off this bomb, Stefan. No one gets even close to dying, as yeah, the Heaven player just sort of pressing the wrong button on his mouse. Should have pressed mouse 1, he pressed mouse 2. Classic mistake to make. As we do get a match point for Alternate Attacks. And a victory probably soon. I don't know about you, but I'm already preparing for Dust 2 in my head.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. To be fair.
Can't really defend that one.
Yeah.
Blue Jays, they're doing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed actually, but yeah, just that kind of deficit on the other bombs on the other side, very hard to come back from.
Yeah, definitely, right? Like, you need to have a T side prepared. You can't just put all your chips onto that CT side. So, and regardless here, you can make conversations about the knife round and everything being included and whatnot. Obviously not as commonplace in the best of 3s anymore, but you would probably have been starting on the T side anyway because it's your map pick, so definitely Definitely a tough one from the get-go for Blue Jays, it looks like. And yeah, like you say, I'm kind of impressed with some of the things that we've seen and some of the momentum that they're gaining, and I guess confidence for Dust too, but ultimately...
Like, alternate attacks are just out of their league, so
Yeah,
you
for
can't,
sure.
you know, all the impressive looking plays and setups in the world can't really guarantee you the win in that respect if someone just outclasses you completely. Num opening up the round this one with a nice backstab kill, but Mirbit trades it back on the other side of the map. As he has come out, Zix is looking for his head, finds it. Just click on the head, Zix doesn't get it in time. And, oh, well, before I can even finish that sentence, we find ourselves in a 2v1, and Rocking, he's standing in the exact right position. All he has to do is wait, line up the head, get the kill, almost gets up there, but he does have the bomb advantage, and with 10 seconds remaining, ring around the rosie's the game he's playing, but he's too far away from the playground to be playing games like that. Alternate attacks, 16-5, winning this first map with the best of 3.
Yes, Blue Jays pick as well, as we've been saying throughout, but just to kind of fully bring it all around. Not the best of results for Blue Jays moving into the best of 3, right? They will have a chance. I mean, there's still another map to go. I'm talking about it like it's over. They will have a chance to play in another best of 3, of course, to make it to playoffs. But that was a bit of a masterclass. Alternate attacks on the CT side looking very, very good and almost impenetrable on the defense with 13 rounds, something that you see very rarely these days with the way that the economy is working, you know, and the metagame and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot rarer, particularly on a map like Overpass. So it just kind of shows the discrepancy in skill and in structure and team play, almost everything really between these two teams.
Yeah, and the second map, you know, now we're coming on to alternate attacks' pick, which is a pretty scary prospect. It's going to be Dust 2. They have a pretty good win record on it. We obviously don't have all the information for Blue Jays, but they will be going in pretty strong. It is their second best map if you just believe the percentages. So definitely a tall order, but man, Blue Jays, they got some aimers on their team. The nades, they don't count that much. I mean, they're good at nades, obviously, but the utility advantage doesn't really count that much on Dust 2. It is really a set map. You really have just a really good idea of what's going on all the time, and then it comes down to the aim and like some cute variations that you came up with for strats here and there. So I'm sure they'll put up a fight. They'll definitely put up a fight. And whether they win it or not, still yet to be decided. But if they do win that one, they're going to Inferno. And we've seen them play Inferno, and it's been going pretty well for them so far.
Indeed. Put up a fight, you say. We'll see how strong of a fight it is here from Blue Jays. Of course, a quick break is required, and Blue Jays are going to need some time to really prepare themselves for Dust 2. We'll give them that time, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
See ya.
Nice shot. Lock and load. Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. What's I've been through.
Welcome back to Malta Vibes here, provided by Gaming Malta, of course, home of gaming excellence. We are going to be getting into map 2 pretty quickly between Alternate Attacks and Blue Jays. A swift finish on that first map. The pick of Blue Jays being Overpass did not go so hot for them. They're hoping to prove everybody wrong, maybe even ever so slightly themselves coming into Dust 2 here, as it's going to be a tough showing. Alternate Attacks looking really clean.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the last time Blue Jays pick Overpass against the German team. That ought to teach them. But we'll see what they can do on Dust 2. They have only played it once in the past 3 months, while Alternate Attacks, get ready for this, have in the past 3 months, well, in the past few games, have beaten Budapest 5, Hard Legion, Hellraisers, Honorous, Saw, LDLC. Just quite a kill count. And I think Alternate Attacks definitely coming into this one as the favorite. Although, as stated before, scrappy rounds, scrappy plays, they are doable by Blue Jays.
Yeah, certainly seems to be an area in which you'd expect them to maybe excel. And we've seen the prominence of the AWP numbers look pretty good. Against Lingby Vikings, maybe a little less impactful on the first map, but certainly there's room for the AWPers. There's room for maybe even a double up setup on that CT side here, which they do like to go to from time to time with Rocking having played as an AWPer in his career in the past. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops. But like you say, just at its core, Dust 2, this messy, scrappy kind of play style, back and forth, individually based, all that kind of stuff, seems to be the way that Blue Jays like to approach the game, and now they're on the best map for it. So in theory, the cards are with them, but it's the case that, you know, the opponent that they're playing is somewhat of a poker champion, as it were, in the form of Alternate Attacks. They're a pretty damn good squad across the board, and you might have everything working for you in terms of structure and in terms of play style and everything coming into this map, but it's just a case of, can you actually fight back? Can you hit the shots against these guys who look pretty damn crispy, right? We have the likes of Slacks looking really good, the likes of Mirbit looking solid on that CT side, so it's going to be really hard to get through them.
Oh yeah, you can basically list off every single Alternate Attacks player in that fashion, because Cressy had some very nice flanks coming in there, really good control from him. Slacks always got the kills when it mattered, and frankly, yeah, I hope they've cooled off for Blue Jays' sake. I hope they cooled off on that map. Both teams as well, they have played a best of one just before this, so let's see if fatigue starts setting in. Who knows how that might pan out. And if it all goes Blue Jays' way, if they win this, it all goes to Inferno, which Alternate Attacks are no slouches on Inferno either. And while Blue Jays may have a 100% win rate on it, they just achieved that 100% win rate by getting the third win on the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly up in the air, isn't it? We get into the knife round here, though, as we will indeed see what team comes out with the start, and it's pretty damn quick there. Alternate Attacks are able to get it on the board once again. So that's one thing going for them as well. They've had some pretty solid knife rounds at the very least, and going to choose to work on that CT side once again. And after a 13-round half on Overpass, you kind of worry for Blue Jays straight out of the gate here.
Yeah, you really worry about also confidence, which is something we talk about a lot when assessing teams and how they're going to perform. Confidence is a real thing. It's a real aspect of play. And when you have it and all your shots are landing, I mean, it's a precious resource that goes away fairly quickly. I mean, all they have to do is be 5-6 rounds down without an answer, and that's when their boots are going to start shaking a little bit. But until Blue Jays can get to that level, Alternate Attacks are definitely on the right foot here. And as well, if you can see from our betting sponsor, LootBet, the bettors agree with us. Alternate Attacks with great odds here.
Yeah, as to be expected for sure, right? I think the thing is, Blue Jays would be fools to think that they're coming into this with a solid advantage and with a good pickup. I think they were, as we've pointed out, slightly foolish picking the Overpass as well. Certainly unpredicting or mispredicting, I suppose, Alternate Attacks on that map. Nice opener coming in for Dreamer, though, as they will make their way out long. Simple flash and just throwing the bodies at it. Skrunk as well is left pretty low. They're going to try and get players up to cap fast, but might get caught doing so. They do indeed have to drop back to CT. The very least, the site going to be secured. It does cost them Dreamer in the end, but rocking with this newfound USP is hitting some crispy ones. 4v3, low HP for Skrunk, low HP for Stefan. So certainly doable here. Slacks on the flank needs to win this fight against Red Star, who's just hidden away. Oh, and Slacks thinks he's checked. It gets the flick. Oh, that is a massive frag. And suddenly the round looks a lot more doable. They do have a kit available, a flash to work with as well. The cross here is solid. That is a brilliant setup from the T side. They try and work their way in. It's all going to be onto Slacks once again. And he has to find 4 in total, missing a few too many shots. The gap going to close here, but he gets the close shot onto Numb. The closer ones seem easy. There's not a lot of time to work with, and Rocking will deny any chance at the round. Slacks tries, but Slacks will fail, and Blue Jays pick up the pistol.
Yeah, them just forming a line, one ramp, too long, all in a straight line, just waiting for the CTs to start getting close to cross, doing some kind of like a double peek from both sides kind of thing. It is unfortunate that alternate attacks couldn't boost a player onto short earlier there. They did get caught off guard, and maybe they have to hit the KZ servers a little bit because they took a while to get that jump up. And we'll be seeing what happens here on the mid duel. Slacks missing with the scout and gets tagged down, but so does Zix. All things balanced as they should be, but Zix goes down to 8 HP now, so he is a bit of a dead man walking in that respect. Alternate attack stacking long, and Red Star being able to get away with a frag here. He pushes, gets the smoke while blinded through the smoke. This man does not need a monitor to play.
Nasty. Absolute filth. Meanwhile, in the process, while it's all going down, other frags coming in. Red Star will secure his third. Not quite as flashy as the earlier ones, but all the same, looking confident, looking good early on. Second round on the board here for Blue Jays.
And Red Star has just been like performing well in this entire game. There's more to him than just those flashy kills that he got there. Those lucky ones, though, let's be honest. But yeah, he has been performing quite well recently. High impact frags all around. As alternate attacks will be saving their money a little bit. Just 2 flashes and P250, I believe, there at long. Numb going to get flashed pretty damn soon. No, sees the flash coming and doesn't get run down. So that long presence now, it's a bit of a liability. They've committed a lot of players to this with not a lot of result, and short is by consequence left open here for Dreamer. He's going to be trying and getting a pick toward long, does it? And alternate attacks running out of options.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected in a round like this. Some decent damage onto Dreamer, able to drop him as well. Ooh, that was a bit awkward. Stefan definitely been spotted. Red Star sure of that fact. Spins around to take out Merbit. He is looking crisp.
Yeah, that's what we needed to see on this map, especially. Like, if you're gonna show up on Dust 2 on a pivotal map, please. Certainly preferable. And will Slacks be able to save this AK? Looked like he had the shot, but couldn't get it in the end.
Unfortunate. Bit unfortunate. Would have been nice to take another name and have a better chance at saving the AK there, but not to be. Suppose no harm, no foul, though. They will be finding themselves a rifle by anyway. Not quite as fleshed out. They do have the AWP, no kit. Would have been nice to maybe see someone pick a kit up.
Yeah, that's
in all honesty, but
that's what they would have been able to afford if they saved that AK, so that's what they were playing there for, essentially. Numb. Oof. You hate to see those misses, but the jiggle peaks do work for a reason. And it looks like the T's will be working towards short a little bit more so than any other area. Top tunnels obviously being watched over, and Slacks not hitting that flick at all. I don't think he even fired. I couldn't hear the shot. As the CTs, they know what's going on. two guys watching short, one watching long, knowing it's going to be an A execute probably. Red Star, I guess, faking the Molotov sound, as it does make a sound while you're holding it in your hand, waiting to see if there's any more util. Not the best use of a Molotov I've ever seen, but just as well. They will be going back mid to B with a crossfire, though. Not enough smokes to cover off Mirbit. He gets one, but B bomb site is already in their control. Not so much the bomb, though. And now the smoke goes down. Really could have used that one a little bit earlier. Cressy, though, talked about his lurks, and he can't get anything done off the back of that. Slacks AWP should probably save it. I hope he gets away in time. And I think they will be giving him the chase because they know there's no way he's going to show up in upper tons anytime soon.
Has to be careful here. He is being somewhat tracked down. Dreamer will be his only target. There you go, manages to find that. But of course, 6 in position behind him. Beautifully done by Blue Jays to contain the saving player. And their economy really starting to look good now. Not only do they have the 4 in the row, but they are also solidly set up for the next few. Meanwhile, alternate attacks on the other end of the stick. No money to buy into this round, so a half buy coming in. And they are yet to pick up a round on their own map pick where, you know, we figured they would have a lot more prominence. Blue Jays, sure, decent enough side, but alternate attacks just look to be on another level on overpass. May well be the T side of Dust 2, handing them some favors. And of course, that CT economy constantly escaping alternate attacks. You do have to bear in mind they've had 1 rifle round.
Yeah, but this was one of their win conditions that I listed earlier. Blue Jays need to get them to like a 6-0 to just you know, put the fear of God into alternate attacks a little bit, because with that kind of cockiness, with that kind of confidence in the previous map, they should be very confident going in here. But as Blue Jays keep picking them off one by one, the confidence is surely going to be whittled down eventually. The Deagle is not getting that much done here, just like a little bit of a pick, just a bit of damage on rocking, but that's about it.
Stefan being hunted as well. Gonna hide away. Might be able to take a head or 2. Plays his cards right. Not gonna happen though. Dreamer will drop him. And another flawless round coming in from the Blue Jays. However, this is what we're after. The rifle buy coming in. Double up setup out here, Sermon. This is pretty solid. Love to see this.
Yep, this certainly speaks to like a confident buy here. I hope the Oppers can actually hit their shots. Slacks and Stefan obviously no slouches on the big green gun. And we'll see if they can deny long control here. Red Star apparently going for it with an AWP as well, but his shoes do appear to be on fire as he falls back with 36 HP. And a fast short execute perhaps in the cards. Slacks. No, they're going to be slowing down, but no utility drop towards shorts just yet. They haven't been scared enough. Stefan, meanwhile, yeah, just does that. So that's a good use of the AWP, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, one of the many uses of it.
Killing a man, certainly one of them.
Looking pretty good here for alternate attacks. Straight off the bat into this double up setup, you know. New strategy for them, new approach for them. They find a frag, Red Star left low. So a really good start. We'll see how it goes, though. Coming in towards the A-bomb side. Slacks at ramp. You don't normally expect this from the AWP. He's taking an aggressive position. You can see why. Drops the bomb with that second frag. Third coming in as well. And Zix, the only man remaining. Slack seems unstoppable. Maybe Zix can give it a good go as he is somewhat baited his teammates out here, moving in a bit slower. And he's just crossed there, I think, to Gandalf just before they spot him. So this could be pretty big.
At least the bomb isn't showing up on radar. It is behind those 2 baskets, so hopefully Zix can actually retrieve it in a fast way. I think he was spotted, though. He gets picked from Goose! Almost gets that flick. I was so sure he would get it. And where's the repeat from ramp? It should happen at any point. There we go. I mean, they were letting him get a few more kills than he probably ought to have, but Man, Slacks, he went toward the ramp, like very close to the wall to avoid flashes, but then heard no flashes were actually going in. So after that, he was just very confident to take those peeks again and again and again. And he got kills again and again and again, which ultimately wins alternate attacks the round. Oh, a great start from them.
Okay, that's one way of
Opening
turning
up
things around here.
Yeah.
They're going to act off that. Speed coming in, looking to hit the B-bomb site while they feel it is vulnerable. Now, I guess the overall CT side is, but the B-bomb site itself still has 2 players here. Stefan on the secondary AWP, he lands one, but he's spammed down. All going to be onto Mir, but inside the smoke, he exits a bit too fast, though, and Num will no-scope him out. 4v2, surely they look to save it, and surely Blue Jays get a 6th just like that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a Lightning McQueen round. They were speed and they got to be very fast there. Bit of a consolation prize for Cressy here, gets 2 kills. And they're definitely not going for this retake, even with the perhaps HP advantage. Not very smart. Also just out of position completely, so probably impossible at this point. As both teams will be saving a rifle and an AWP for the next round. Economically, alternate attacks not looking too hot, but they will be able to get a buy-in, especially because they saved 2 guns.
Of course, shout out to Hellcase. Malta V 15, 2 codes for you guys to use to get some refill bonuses and some extra cash money to play with on one of the better case sites out there. I think they've got over 100 cases, so banner down below. Give it a click, get amongst it. Either way, into another rifle round here. A quick start once again from the Blue Jays. Alternate attacks come away unscathed, but they also lose long in the process. Might try and fight for it a little later on in the round. All 5 players going to be round here. Slack's able to survive. Molly coming in on towards Cressy, and he just can't even get the smoke down fast enough. Surely has to expect that. And it seems to get caught completely off guard by it. 1-for-1 from Mirbit. Oh, on the edge of the smoke. In comes Stefan. So being kept even here. 3v3. The smoke's, yeah, certainly not clean. He needs to wait for the rotations. They're on the way. Some nice mollies, some nice nades, but Red Star, of course, doing what he does, finding those crazy headshots. The tag lands, he stays alive on 7 HP, and Dreamer able to come above and take down Slacks. The speed once again paying off here for Blue Jays, as Stefan will be left in a 1v3 that he probably wants to get out of. But that is easier said than done at this point. Flash comes through the smoke, down he goes. A flawless end to that round for Blue Jays, as they will also survive with the bare minimum of 3. So really good stuff, and able to very quickly get the return and keep things in their favor.
Yep, but we've seen this movie before. Blue Jays, they get like 2 rounds off the back of like very high tempo frags, like in entries that they just sort of get. And in the coming rounds, then the, let's call it more tactical team gets adjusted, gets, you know, gets shots like that off, I suppose, and just sort of counters their fast play. Although that being said, Rock and Dreamer just get 2 kills of their own, and this B-bomb site is looking vulnerable, although Cressy pretty close, gonna be exposing his shoulder just a little bit, and Rocking gets him. Mirbit gets 1 more, and probably not the round to counterplay their fast executes. Probably going to be, you know, saved for the next round where maybe they have a buy. I know Cressy only has 400 up to his name, but the rest of the team, yeah, gets plenty of money to work with here. The loss bonus treating them well. And it's still a scary spot for Blue Jays. Do not get fooled by the scoreline. It is definitely going to be an uphill struggle.
Yeah, this is somewhat, you know, in the back of your mind, you can kind of feel this coming into Dust 2 for Blue Jays. This is how they would approach it, and alternate attacks just not giving them enough respect, like you kind of said, right? The confidence getting the better of them. Double upset was where they found prominence last time. We'll see whether that's the case again. Another fast round coming in from Blue Jays. They found some major issues as alternate attacks are just completely getting caught off guard by this. That'll be the 9th. There's the remaining 3 players will look to save, and they really need to put a check on this, that Blue Jays going fast, basic utility, and they're able to get away scot-free. Shouldn't really be happening to a caliber of team like alternate attacks. I think they need to take a pause and just calm things down ever so slightly here. Oh, Cressy. That's an easy frag. Yeah, they really need to take a pause and just take a moment to chill and talk things over and relax ever so slightly. Slack's the only one left now. Trying to hold on to this orb, but it's just not going to happen. So blind. Does manage to get one. Second misses, though, and he will fall. So, eliminating all the players, getting their 9th. 8 in the lead now for Blue Jays. Looking really solid here on the T side.
Alternate attacks really should be taking that time out, as they need to fix something with their CT holds. They are falling prey to really basic executes right now, and Blue Jays are going to run away with it if they're not careful. I wonder if any adjustments have been made, though. 2 scouts on Stefan and Skrunk. Maybe going to get something done, but more likely than not, we will be seeing a 10-1 scoreline. Again, this was picked by alternate attacks, and they won Blue Jays' pick for the first map, Overpass, if you missed that one. Nothing happened so far. All the alternate attacks players just on that A bomb site, covering every single corner they can. And Red Star here creeping up with an AWP, probably going to be the first one to be going down, as the T's will be greeted with a barrage of bullets coming their way. Skrunk gets the Red Star hit, but Rocking returns, as Numb does as well. And all the presence in the world not going to count for anything if these A-side players don't swing. Pressy does, gets 1. Doesn't get the second. I don't think they expect Mirbits to be here at all. The bomb plant going down. Doesn't go for the knife, thankfully.
Yeah.
Gets 2 kills in very quick succession. And Dreamer, he's just sitting there with 8 HP and the bomb on the ground. It is falling down to the ramp with 25 seconds. I don't think he can make it to B, can he?
No, particularly with clearing things out, right? He'd have to make noise.
Yeah.
It's certainly not doable, and maybe it seems to have the drop on him here as well.
Doesn't quite know it, but he is in a very advantageous position.
Could be big. Could be big. Surely now Dreamer has to come in, he says. He's seen him, just going to let him try and go for the plant. He doesn't have time, right? The kill has to come in for Dreamer. Not going to happen. He might even get him after time. He does. Salt in the wound. There's alternate attacks. They get their second round with a gotcha play of their own. The A stack. Too much for Blue Jays to deal with. A Mirbit with a credible 1 versus 3 here. Really good stuff. As he plays it patiently, and it pays off in the end massively.
Still, alternate attack still hasn't found like a counterplay to their fast pushes, though. That was just like a Scout and Deagle stack on a bomb site, and they happened to win it. So alternate attack's not out of the woods yet. We'll see if they can get the fast kill on this. Mirbit does get it on 6. And the long push is completely denied. Terrorists going fast. Where are they going fast to? Looks like mid to B for now. Stefan and Skrunk going to be holding down this B bomb site, as their A compatriots can't really do anything. Ooh, Stefan with a nice kill to open things up, and Stefan does as well. This is falling apart for Blue Jays.
Oh. No. Trying to, get ready for both sides. Just not going to work for him.
Yeah.
And an easy cleanup in the end. This is the moment, isn't it? This is the big moment. Stefan and Skrunk standing strong. Really well done, the two of them, to hold down that P-bomb site. They seem to have found a bit of stability. I guess someone at the start of the round is going, care for rush, guys. Care for rush, right? You know, like they're finally communicating that Blue Jays like to be fast. And the double up setup is a good way of picking that apart.
Yep.
Oh, Red Star through the smoke once again. See you later.
Definitely not the start alternate attacks we're looking for. But Mirbit may be... No, he knows they re-smoked that other spot. And maybe he's going to get something off the corner here. No. He does get smoked off in the end, and it's a fast B. Stefan can get the AWP shot, is careful of tunnels, which is coming now. And 3 kills from Stefan. This is just insane. Gets them all. The bomb's probably going to be planted now, but man, he has made this doable for alternate attacks.
Very doable. Flax and Cressy gonna have to be careful not to get too giddy. They are split as well, so... Oh, this could be tough. Red Star, though, missing an easy shot, you have to say. Rocking gonna be the only one in the 1 versus 2 on the AWP. Manages to get the first, and he hits the second in the head. 10th round for Blue Jays coming in, as Rocking in with certainly a rock and roll kind of round from him. That was pretty spicy.
Yeah. The opening pick as well, putting them in a very good position, and... I mean... Nice frag movie, Stefan, but it wasn't enough in the end. Going to be seeing alternate attacks on... Pretty poor buy, Stefan on an MP9, Mirbit on a FAMAS. AWP on Slacks, though, so maybe they can get something done with that. They don't opt for the long control this round. They do go for short control, and maybe a retake A is the good idea here, but Mirbit just playing way too much in the open, not getting anything done, dying on top of that, and the T's basically have the bomb site to themselves to see if they can... Well, Rocking just gets Slacks as well, so... Low HP as they may be, alternate attacks. Not looking too hot this round, unfortunately.
Been a bit strange in that sense, hasn't it? Cressy holding on the exit. Well, managed to drop Dreamer, but that seems to be the only frag they're going to get away with here. We'll be able to save, but double digits, and now 11 hit by Blue Jays. Really solid stuff on their T side. Definitely unexpected, to say the least. I thought they were going to make it competitive, thought they were going to kind of keep it close and a bit spicy, maybe have some big rounds here and there, but the basic speed, I did not expect it to dominate, honestly. Alternate attacks certainly caught with pants around their ankles in a lot of the early rounds. It does seem, you know, they find themselves a bit of a footing towards the end of the half, but by then it feels like it's a bit too late. Blue Jays have got too much momentum, too much cash, too much pressure. So 11 at the very least, 12 certainly on the cards here for Blue Jays.
They do seem to be in a bit of a catch-22 right now, because if they don't just commit, if alternate attacks doesn't commit to a long anti-push, Blue Jays can just rush short, and, you know, you can't be both places at once. But if they just go short, and long has been taken, they can't really hold the A bomb site that well, although they should be able to. But they do seem to be going B this time, though. Strunk, the lone man, holding this bomb site, almost gets 3 kills. Very well done, but you need to get 5 to win the round, and the bomb defuse if that happens to get planted. It does indeed from Zix.
Okay.
Just waiting for that smoke to clear, and after... Oh, well, never mind. That's not getting cleared anytime soon.
Okay, I like this, though. I like this. We see this from time to time.
So
Maybe,
good.
of course, not making any noise. I'm going to look to come through that smoke in a few moments. Timing going to be everything. Great utility usage here from alternate attacks. Flash over the top is solid, and Zix, the spray down, does not land at all. 4th round for alternate attacks.
Props to Zix for seeing the tunnels push coming, though.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's become a little more prominent recently that CTs go for that, throw down the smoke themselves, and then have someone push to it at the right time. You know, sit inside it for a couple seconds, and then a flash will come in, and everyone pushes at the same time.
That's the beauty of metagames. They just keep evolving like that. And that will be the half. Blue Jays 11, alternate attacks 4. Let's see what our betting sponsor LootBet has to say about that. Well. That we didn't see that one coming on Overpass, did we?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I feel like Dust 2 would have been a more comfortable map for Blue Jays as well, but not this comfortable, right? It's definitely a surprise. Alternate attacks with their work severely cut out into the second half, but we'll see. We'll see. Stranger things have happened. And I think they are still confident in themselves despite the current scoreline, particularly if they can secure the pistol.
Yeah, they're much higher ranked on HLTV. They know they are a better team technically, so all they have to do is just show up and show it. Dreamer, though, crushing some dreams as he gets a kill onto Long there. But the A-bomb side does ultimately go in the way of alternate attacks. Rocking very close, tries to get the kill onto Goose, can't quite get it, and he gets picked up by Stefan from ramp. I didn't know that angle was possible, but hey, you learn something new every day.
Wow, and they're saving.
Yeah. That's, I mean,
fair.
you got armor, you got a kit, that's worth a lot more than not having armor and kit.
Yeah. And I guess Red Star's not taking any damage, can get the head armor for pretty cheap in the next round.
Oh yeah, that as well, good spot. So,
fair enough.
pretty reasonable save then.
But alternate attacks on the brighter side of things, solid stuff for them, as they will have themselves a decent chance at clawing their way back, at least initially, right? The conversion round's going to be a bit difficult. We've seen Blue Jays and their prominence in the force buys. If they opt to go for it, they might even play it super safe and just go for the rifles as early as possible. But of course not. Of course not. That's not their style. And a FAMAS coming out from Red Star. Okay, so not going to get the head armor. Instead goes for the FAMAS, of course, the price change on that, making it possible. So pretty good stuff. Early tag landed, though, onto Rocking. Another one coming in. Slacks has got his number in this round. Meanwhile, Merbit does take a tag at Long. So not all said and done. Red Star rushing up. I think the information that there's this player at Long comes in good time. And Merbit's still trained on the wrong angle. It looks like Red Star turned away at the wrong time. Scrunch doesn't spot him, though, as he peeks up. Cressy is ready. And, of course, no head armor. Easy as you like. It is with an AK, so it doesn't matter in the end, but I think he was dead to rights there. Regardless, 5-on-4 coming in with Rocking on 9 HP. Looks like they might be able to weather the storm here, Sermon. We'll see what the choice is. We'll see how the Deagles perform. Maybe I did speak a bit too soon, as Zix will find a 1 Deag and escape.
Yeah, Blue Jays, the kings of scrap, really gotta work their way here. See, Dreamer, perfect position. They're going to be on long for just long enough, and that player is going to be low as well. So Dreamer lining himself up for an easy kill here onto at least Slacks, who's making a lot of noise, but looking into his direction, gets the bomb down. And now Dreamer, he can just hold this bomb for all he's worth. Doesn't, though, goes back, expecting it to be a B hit anyway, as he does come in from tunnels a little bit earlier than Cressy expected. Stefan getting a kill onto mid as well, and with 30 seconds left, they have to commit to this B-bomb side. Dreamer gets a very nice Deagle headshot there. And Stefan with low HP, stuck. They know his exact position, can't do much, can he?
Looks pretty screwed here. Oh, you say? That's a clean headshot. And it's opened the avenue here. Looking to go for the attack. He kind of has to. Doesn't really have time to plan. Honestly, needs to go for the kill. Gonna peek in. Oh, so close. If he had a bit more HP, maybe. 6 HP for Zix. So damn close, but Blue Jay is able to steal the force buy away, and that's going to screw alternate attacks pretty damn hard.
You hate to see it. But with 6 HP left, he does lose that round, and man, Dreamer just with the MVP positioning here. I mean, that's sort of what we were talking about with the scrappy rounds. They just get the positioning right, get the shots off when they need to. Case in point with Dreamer there. And this is looking like it's going to shape up into a very nice half. Alternate attacks forcing up fully as they try to go for long control. Try being the operative word here, as it's been denied somewhat. But maybe with a fast push onto short, they can catch, I believe it's Numb, yes, with a scout just holding this off. Although with 4 players onto A, Rocking falling down to CT here. Doesn't get the spray off and takes some damage of his own. And Dreamer gets just deleted, as does Rocking over there. A 3 versus 4 with the B bomb side in the T's control. A very tough sell for a retake. And perhaps Blue Jays should go for a save here. But of course they won't. But of course they will. Just as I say that, and they will be spreading out across the map. Alternate attacks throughout the round. Perhaps giving Blue Jays a taste of their own medicine a little bit faster this time.
Yeah, and I think this could be a round that actually ends up working a bit better. The save call is quite smart from Blue Jays, because their economy is going to be ruined, at least in terms of what they have in the bank. And being on that CT side, you want to get the economy rolling. You want to have it nice and safe, nice and solid. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them just eco. Gonna force around it. I mean, this is a really decent chance for alternate attacks. We have seen, it's fair, right? We have seen the force buys work for them so far.
Yeah, you have to play to your strengths.
Right, so it does make a bit of sense, but at the same time, it's a really good chance for alternate attacks to build up some cash if they can win this cleanly. And then also, of course, keep Blue Jays down in the dirt for the next few rounds. Pretty key round, actually, for both sides.
Yep, Blue Jays forcing all the time. They do have the rounds to force it up with, and they do have the skills to actually deliver on the force. We'll be seeing how that goes, but for now, no fast executes. They're taking this one pretty slowly. I mean, they're not even going for like repeaks or anything, retaking long doors, for example. They are standing behind them, waiting for the explosion out and leaving short a little bit exposed, but that really won't be contested for now. As Num gets one, but falls for the second, and Long is exposed now with the bomb squarely out those long doors, and the short presence will be felt pretty soon. Red Star's ready for it, but he will get shot from short as well. And the Molotov, that was just unfortunate for him. The bomb's still on long. They know the last player is A. They have 45 seconds to leg it all the way to B. I don't think he's committing to it. Yes, he is now.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I think he's going to move up short. He's going to play it super safe. It's definitely a weird exchange there. Yeah, and it's like a mind game. Rocking maybe expecting they have indeed gone B, but doesn't realize actually the short players pushed up short. They had you on lock. Read like a book.
Yeah, you'd rather do that than let him save. Especially the economic situation they're in right now. Every advantage they can get, they will abuse. So denying any kind of saves is probably the right call here.
Should be a bit of a simpler one. Early tag coming in as well is always nice. But alternate attacks, the comeback train starting to gain a little bit of speed here. I think it is safe to say. See whether it keeps on going for them. Should definitely in this round, right? I mean,
just no way. Come on.
We've seen USP win rounds, but once
not like this.
Surely, yeah. And certainly not on Dust 2 either, right? It's so open.
Yeah. Also, just rushing mid has a bit of a different flavor than stacking B on Inferno. With just USPs, that definitely does get results sometimes. Not this time. And in the next round, hopefully Blue Jays economy can... Oof. Less than 5k on most players. Not very confidence-inducing. But they will at least pick up a rifle each and some utility. So hopefully they can keep alternate attacks back.
Well, here we go. Another key round, another milestone for alternate attacks on the road to recovery, and Num will land a crazy shot to open us up. Gets there before you. It's simply a case of speed. And just like that, Blue Jays are in with a solid advantage. Straight out of the gate, looking really, really good. Coming away unscathed. And that's a great approach to the round, I think. When you've got limited utility, you kind of have to go for it. You have to hope for the Hail Mary play. And it pays off in a big, big way. So we'll see whether alternate attacks can recover things back here.
can just take long and take A without like any real opposition. A fast flank, but a double flank from Cressy here. Hopefully he doesn't make too many steps, and he does. Goes down to Red Star. Unfortunate. But it is, the jig is indeed up, as there's now 3 CTs looking at that long position. A little bit slow from alternate attacks. Line up for the spray down as well. Basically 0 chance of them winning this round. Unless they somehow find the portal gun and get to B in time, but they definitely will not. Skrunk going down on car last. Eight 13.
This is kind of the round as well where alternate attacks need to get it back on the board, because I think Blue Jays, if they take this one, may well take the map, or at the very least hit 15, and then sigh of relief and everything for them.
Oh yeah, and they definitely win overtime if it goes to that. Blue Jays will just be crushed if that happens.
Yeah.
Not very confidence inspiring, and on this one, quick mid push might occur. The flash was definitely ready, and rocking waiting here at an off angle. Red Star goes down, very unadvised push there. With Numb, ooh, no, he hasn't dropped down yet. Gets one before he does, which is what you want to do when you're playing that kind of position. Is afraid for long presence as well, not that present though.
Oh, great spot from Cressy. Needed to find that frag, pretty big that he does.
He always gets those like sneaky kills.
Yeah, he is a real thorn in the side of a lot of teams. Numb still over on the angle side though. Speaking of thorns in the side, picks up 2, makes it look slightly more doable. You'd have bought a bit more time for Dreamer, maybe. Ooh, that's so awkward. He doesn't even win the spray down, though. Cressy, you talk about sneaky kills. I mean, he had a smoke out, for goodness sake, and somehow comes out on top of that one.
So sneaky, he can sneak in, like, plain sight. He can just hide. He's invisible.
What a beast.
Yeah, the Blue Jay player obviously have tunnel visioning a little bit toward Goose. It happens to the best of them. I mean, he was sneaking a little bit on short, giving them the timing to reach the bomb site in time. Obviously, you expect him to be there. Why would anyone be anywhere near around Gandalf? Just doesn't pan out. And Blue Jays stacking long here. This is the kind of USP rounds that might win if the bomb was present here. But once the jig is up, they're going to cheese it to B. And Slack's probably calling that all he had was a USP, so this is a different kind of round now. Mirbit with a nice spray down. They always love to see those. Well, you don't like to see that one, though. And Skrunk picks off the last. 10-13. Blue Jays starting to sweat a little bit.
Yeah, within touching distance now, isn't it? The even of the scoreline. Alternate attacks definitely can get it done. Blue Jays going in with a double AWP setup as well. This is where sometimes, you know, their financial priorities can be a bit misconstrued, I think. Lack of utility, no kits, and sure, Dust 2 nades aren't quite as important as some of the other maps in the pool, but still, you would like to have some offensive utility, particularly for areas like short and maybe tunnels if you sense some presence over there.
Push.
This could be big. Skrunk, nice pickup coming in. They tried to go for a desperate play. It doesn't work out. 5-on-4, just like that. So looking pretty solid for alternate attacks. Although, shoulder peek does not work for Mirbit. And I'm not sure if I'm a massive fan. I feel like, you know, you found the one frag. Maybe pick an area, group up, and utilize some of that utility you have available. Oh, no. And Rocking just reading it like a book, right? Flash comes over the top and immediately shooting. Zix, meanwhile, following in the footsteps of his comrade, going to catch Skrunk off guard. And a 4v2. They've let it slip.
Yeah, just they had every advantage to start out with. I was not a big fan of the Blue Jays going for very aggressive picks there, especially since the first one doesn't pan out. But for goodness sake, they did manage to get it there in the end. That being said, though, still doable, as Slacks knows there's someone close to the smoke. The bomb gonna be crossing a pretty late, so Slacks can just retreat back to long. With a big brain move, they expect him to be on the bomb site by now, surely. As they will have a crossfire established now, and Rocking doesn't expect someone to be there, I suppose. Gets him anyway, Slacks, you beast! Gets the quick scope AWP kill onto Elevator. And with the bomb down and 18 seconds remaining, Dreamer just has to hide Gandalf. Oh dear, Slacks, please. Oh, that almost hit! With 9 seconds left, he cannot get this plant. No, he can.
I don't know, yeah, just about.
Just about, and he's in a 1v1, low HP on Slacks, but an AWP on him. If you know where the enemy is, this is the weapon you want to have! He gets it then in the end! Dreamer goes down, lets the round slip, the unlosable round slip. Oh, if only he knew how far away the bomb was. I guess he did, because they dropped the bomb carrier way earlier. I wonder why he didn't just go for the, like, spot the cross kind of play. He would have killed him on the cross 100%.
Filth.
Absolute filth.
The third and the fourth, particularly.
This one as well. Like you can't take that one for granted. Oh, taking a page out of Blue Jays book. This is quite a fast round, a fast take on long, a trade in upper tunnels. Stefan, better be careful here. Is just the confidence is back. Scriv, they got it.
Yeah, I mean, an individual play like that is a great way of boosting morale, right? All the nices in the team speak. Getting loud, getting rowdy, getting ready. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, it can be a big knock to your mental fortitude. So we'll see how they bounce back.
Remember the loot bet odds? 6 for alternate attacks. I hope some of you guys six-tupled your money. There you go, loot bet, our betting sponsor. It's a bit of a different thing that we saw last time. Fast execute. Oh my god.
Oh, there's a mess through the smoke though.
They don't expect anyone to be
pit. Oh, in with the double. Absolutely massive. Looking for more, almost getting a third, not quite. 4v2 though, as Red Star will find a key frag onto Skrunk. So we're going to be on to Slacks. Another 4K required, sir.
Not quite. I mean, confidence is good, but overconfidence like that, not the best. Were they expecting a way worse buy coming in from Blue Jays? Did they misread the economy? I don't believe they would.
I mean, possibly, yeah. I don't think so, right? Considering they just... I don't know. I guess they take everyone down in the previous, but... Still, the speed's not really worked for them. I think, indeed, like you're saying, a bit of overconfidence, a bit of giddiness coming in from them. They're going to try it again. Second time the charm, I guess. 6 makes it to pit, but not quite as cleanly this time. They're ready for that, so a slight change. Rather than going for corner control, they go for pit control, because it was the player in pit that really screwed them in the previous. So a nice little change from alternate attacks in that sense, to be fair.
Yep.
Gets them a solid opener, and now instead of pushing forwards, they're just going to chill, and maybe someone gets aggressive into them. If not, give it 10 more seconds, and they'll probably figure out a game plan from here.
Especially since they, get just creamed in the last round. They don't expect Blue Jays to, really commit toward long again. As, what kind of team would commit to the exact same strat twice in a row, especially since it didn't work out at all the first time? That plus the slight adjustment just ensures the win. And we'll be seeing if they commit toward A. I mean, it's looking pretty scary. 3 players looking at it, 1 in CT as well. Not even pushed up mid to B, just like CT. Scary amount of Blue Jay players are present. And let's see if they can do anything. Rocking, peeking, gets the kill, but gets traded from Slacks.
There's still a man advantage, therefore, for alternate attacks. Numb gonna have to stand strong. Great flash over the top. Red Star saves his life, though. This could be massive. Numb's still alive at the back end of the site. They've got to be so careful. He misses another shot. They need that help once the smoke goes down. I guess they're going to push forwards, and Red Star this time not as confident to help out. Actually ends up going down. So solid stuff on the site take itself. Dreamer, meanwhile, 1v3 overall, finds the first. 2 more to get. He knows they're in on the site. They spotted him out, and Stefan indeed will just push forwards and drop him. So 13th coming in, alternate attacks. Long attack did not work, sorry, last time, but this time it really, really did. And Although they'll have a bye again into round number 28, it is not ideal for Blue Jays, and it may well be one of their final buys of the game if they don't pick this round up.
Yeah, the double op setup again. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this, but hey, they made it work last time. Made it work again, I guess, if the opener means enough. And alternate attacks just content with their mid control. Mirbit gets one on long as well. No, utility a bit early, man. They still have players toward long, but doesn't matter for Mirbit. He's just like, hold up, gotta molly this. Gets him as soon as the molly is thrown. Perfect timing on that. Red Star probably gonna repeak this. Especially with that noise cue it does. And this A hold. Well, not so much an A hold as an A retake setup. Red Star doesn't get anyone on the cross. It is just a few pixels wide of a gap after all.
Oh, Stefan, that is a key frag.
Yeah, that is what you need.
Two AWPs in a 3v. I feel like you just got to save here, but then should you never know, you might get lucky.
Look at their money.
Go for it. Nice pickup coming in. M4 retrieved. They're kind of slowly behind each other, so Rocking, I feel like he wants to get another one here. It's not going to happen for him, though. Mirbit peeking out, and he gets the double. 14th in for alternate attacks. Evening things up. Breaking the econ. So at the very least, I feel like overtime secured.
Oh, yeah. And the same exact situation as I saw on the last map, where you plan to save, you don't really plan to go for the retake, then you get that one frag. The one frag that gets you hope. And that hope, well, it cost them 2 AWPs in this round. It would have been looking a lot better than having 2 MP9s and 3 FAMASas with very little utility. Mirbit picks up long, and they already lost the man advantage. This is a disaster. Especially since it's their last round. They have 0 money. Where are they going to buy on the last map, on the last round? Unless it goes to overtime. By some miracle. They are well and truly screwed.
Yeah. To be honest, and looking dire, a bit dystopian here on Dust 2 towards the tail end. Blue Jays, desperation, they're going to be kicking themselves if they do indeed let this one slip. Looking more and more likely as the frags come through. Red Star good for one. Zix as well trying his best through the smoke. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, Mirbit, I guess, gets the drop on Numb at long there. Maybe on the edge of a smoke as he tried to creep through. Something along those lines. Nonetheless, it is a 15th for alternate attacks. And another poor buy for Blue Jays to take us to overtime. Going to need a miracle here, Sermon.
Yep. All you guys in the chat, I think it's time to play Coffin Dance in like a different tab on YouTube right now, because Blue Jays are going to get sent to a funeral with this kind of buy against this amount of confidence coming in from alternate attacks. Just, I mean, the timeout probably going to cool them off a little bit, but maybe that's good, because when alternate attacks gets too cocky, they do tend to misplay. Then they just cool off. All they know is they need that one round. They know they're better than Blue Jays. And what are you going to do with an MP9, 3 FAMASas, and like no real utility to speak of? Some smokes, yay. 4 of them. Nothing like the buy on alternate attacks side, though.
Oh, and there
Didn't even spot that.
There it is. There's a bit of damage. Not really
nice
finding too much else.
Nice bit of damage onto Numb, not really worth much, though. Rocking.
Okay.
The pick on a Stefan. That's the first win condition. The opening pick. Well, let's see if they can get the rest. A successful sight hold. 1 on short and 1 on sight. The classic crossfire. All players from Blue Jays just committing to this.
Oh, nice pickup coming in from Mirbit, though, once again. Able to stay alive. Rocking, going to drop pretty quickly. Mirbit and Cressy opening up perfectly. Dreamer wins a key fight, though. Zix also coming in, so now they've secured a man advantage. Mirbit still alive, still finding frags, though, looking to clean things up here. And now all going to be on to Zix. Can't get it done as Mirbit comes in with a big 4K at the tail.